Hey guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Bob.
I'm Spencer.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Board Game Rundown. Today we are going to review Wyrd Games' Vagrantsong. It is a bone-chilling, spooky adventure. If you saw us talk about this in a previous episode, we kept giving Jeff a hard time about it being Hobo Barbershop Quartet. That is definitely not the case. It is, in fact, 1920s era. We are all hobos. Jump on a train, think we're going on to a new town, and, well, there's ghosts here.
It's the ghost train. It's haunted.
And on top of that, we're kind of trapped.
Yeah.
So this is a campaign-style game where you're going to play through. There's a whole big old scenario book, which gives you different scenarios. I mean, just pretty standard as far as, like, campaign-style games go.
Right.
You flip open to the scenario. There's different things that will trigger. It does have a unique mechanic that I like that I'll get into in a minute, and they're all like scenario specific. But yeah, essentially we each are playing as an asymmetrical hobo with different abilities. Spencer's character was the runaway, had a pup, so she's got a dog that she can send around and use and like
Do
help
things with.
Yeah, help attack or send off to hand other people things.
But could get hurt or hurt me as well. We share health.
Yeah, so Bob was playing the Wayfarer, and he had a bird that he could fly.
Deliver things to people.
Yes.
Yeah, give them items.
If we were close enough. And then Jeff played the Revivalist, so he was kind of like our healer, even though we didn't do a lot of that.
Well, because I kept failing
kept
the
failing,
dice rolls.
yeah.
Oh, sure.
Usually helps when you
So
roll better.
it wasn't that we didn't attempt.
Yeah.
And then I was the songsmith, so I was kind of the bard. I could do a little bit of everything, I guess. I was
Kind
running
of
around.
the bard. He played the same song.
Hey, you guys kept requesting the same song. So in this, on your board, you're going to have these three, they're coins, and they have like your player symbol. Now, there's also other characters we didn't play, but these are the ones we played. So you got these coins, and then on your turn, they're on the flip side, they're A, B, and C. So that's going to tell you like in what order you want to resolve the actions. But then you've got some spots on your card which are like just general action, like so movement, rummaging, fighting, investigating, or healing. And they'll have a value, so a target number for you to hit. And you're going to assign...
all different for each character.
Yeah, and they're all different. And so you're going to assign your coins. And then you might also have skills, which will go on the sides. And the neat thing they do with the skills is there's a little triangle. You can't see it from here. But there's a little triangle on each side, on one of the sides of the cards. And that tells you where on your board that it could be played. So the triangle is on this side here. So it has to be played in one of these slots. So as you gain more skills, potentially, your slots are going to fill up. And you're not going to be able to place...
Right. You have to choose which one you want.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then and if you place your coins on your skills, you could do actions that way. If you have, unless it says otherwise, if you've played a coin on a skill, your next turn, you're not going to be able to do that one again. So you can't do them back to back.
You can also put multiple coins on the same skill to increase like the potency and make it
so
stronger, better.
you're gonna roll more bones,
Yeah.
right? And then they've got exploding boxcars. So if you roll a 6, you can keep rolling, and if you roll another 6, you can keep rolling. So it can give you multiple successes. So each scenario, you're gonna have different events that are gonna trigger. And one thing I liked with how this did events is that the events are labeled. It's like 1 through 10, right? So it's 1 through 0. So 0 is 10, whatever. And there might be an event token like on a space on the board. There might be an event token in the bindle, which is a bag that you can draw junk out of. And then there might be event tokens on the break or on the rounds. So there's a lot of different ways you can encounter these.
Yeah.
And sometimes the event tokens literally fall out of the sky and land right on the board.
We had one event that triggered the coming of another event on the board, which is really neat.
So
different rituals that
there's
you can do.
there's different rituals. So these are like different
goals.
conditions that we meet during the scenario, and then they're so far from what we've seen, they're going to give you rewards that will that are going to give you coins that you can spend in between your scenarios to gain extra things and extra abilities.
It's called like the campfire
phase. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, one of the awesome things you can do is if you take a rummage action, it's going to let you basically reach into the bindle and you're going to pull out a token and use it. It could be salt. There's an apple. There's a lucky rabbit's foot candle. There's the iron nails. And all of these have different abilities. And then on the Haint's turn, because that's the ghost that's in this train car running around, you're going to draw a token for them. And in your scenario book, it's going to tell you what each token does for each. So which token you draw determines their action. So they're going to move, attack, maybe apply different effects to you, depending. So it's all pretty unique and pretty interesting. Also, the humanity. So that each Haint, the ghost, the spook that's in this train car, has got a humanity level. We're trying to remind these ghosts of their humanity so that they want to
Go back toward the light.
go towards the light. And so to do that, you might have to sock him in the jaw to remind him of
Sometimes
that he's human.
what it's like to be human.
There's a ton of different ways. Like I've got songs that I can do. Everybody's got
Different abilities
Yeah,
to
the
do that
pup's
with.
pretty good at it. I like to imagine he just comes up to him and goes,
and
Yeah,
they-
oh.
right.
He
It was
is
said his
the
hawk grew
best
3
boy,
sizes
right?
He's
that
the
day.
best boy.
The best
He is the
boy.
best boy. I like these player aids, right? Because I know
So we printed off extra ones.
we print off
but-
extra, but it does come with one. But it's got a nice breakdown of like the rummage tokens, like what they do for you, what the breaking the Haint can do, your general actions. It's got a nice breakdown, targeting
And-
priority.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so as far as I know, so far, the goal of each scenario is to break the Haint.
Correct.
And to break the Haint is going to have a threshold, and that is determined by the amount of players you have
In this scenario, yeah.
and the scenario. So, we played a 4-player game. It was 13 for the
12.
first scenario, or 12, whatever, for the first scenario. But anyway, so this would start all the way down at 0, and we're piling on humanity on them, right? Boom, 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 boom. We get all the way to 12. Yay, we win. No, we don't. We move the break token. It tells us there's a B token, and depending on the scenario, it's going to tell you how many times you've got to break them.
Yeah, you gotta break through to it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And again, there was like an event token on. There was actually two event tokens. So as we broke him, we were unlocking other events, which were pretty neat. And then also there are like, if you go to an event token that's on the board, you can investigate it. And depending on the amount of successes you roll when you investigate are going to give you different things. So sometimes you might need more than just one success
Right.
to
the
get
best
everything.
result, yeah.
And so far, if you fail, the event token still just stays there. So that's pretty nice. So you,
Try again.
if you blow it right, you could try again. But this box is filled with scenario-specific cards. Like there's a whole thing, cadence. There's all these cadence cards, and it's pictures of all of these Haints, and it looks like it's most of the Haints in the box. And each one, but on the it says face the music, and these are all the face the music scenario. So who knows what's going to happen when we get to that one?
Wow.
And if you wanted to really quickly show off the scenario book, you're not going to get bored
There's
with
there's
with
a ton of
scenarios. There
scenarios.
are
a ton of
Plus, it
scenarios.
looks like there's several storylines you can go through. You
Yeah.
can choose these missions to do this storyline.
Choose your adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the artwork in it is great too.
Oh, I love it.
It's
So-
like
Cuphead
really
and-
enjoy the art. Yeah.
Yeah, the art's good. There's a lot of, I mean, really though, also
Steamboat Willie.
not to be lost.
Yeah.
There is
Betty Boop.
just these amazing acrylic,
Standees.
Yeah, I love
Standees.
these. They're clear
and
and
they
double-sided.
they look fantastic. And it,
I enjoy like in the very first scenario, it was like was it the faceless ones or something like that?
or yeah, the faceless
always-
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like they're always walking away from you. So both sides of it is the same side, and it's just the back side of the family as they're kind of like walking away from you.
Right.
It's neat.
Right.
Yeah, and one thing too about the acrylic standees, I was thinking when I first heard this, I wonder why they didn't do minis. But I would actually say that I'm glad they didn't do minis because the acrylic standees gives us the flat 2D look of the cartoon style they're going
sure.
for.
That's true.
And I
So
think
even more
that-
on theme.
I think that the minis wouldn't be actually as on theme.
Sure. And this
Yeah.
is Wyrd Games is a miniatures company, right?
Sure.
I think they are. I think they are. But yeah, so I mean this is like a very vague and quick kind of run through. There's so many scenario specific rules and everything like that. But as far as like ease of play, I did not find it that hard to like learn how to play this. We had a few
Nah,
questions here and there.
sure.
Mhm.
a couple things that we reference. I don't think we were doing anything so wrong that it's like, oh, that like totally
breaking.
broke the
Yeah, we
game.
had to
Yeah.
replay that scenario completely.
Yeah, there were a couple of things as we're going. We're like, oh, we did this wrong because of something else we discovered, and it wasn't a big deal.
Right.
Yeah,
Like we made Spencer take a couple extra points of damage, but that's okay.
Yeah, it was
probably
easy,
good.
easy fix.
Right.
It was
All,
easy
Later,
fix.
I
easy
got
fix.
those points of damage back.
so I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's got a lot of unique things, but if you read through the rule book once and you can kind of understand the player aids and some of the iconography, I feel like you'll catch on really quick,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the book looks intimidating, but it's got a lot of scenario like specific things
Yes.
and stuff. So don't be intimidated.
And it's also the pages are very thick.
yeah, I noticed that too. It's like, man, these are thick pages because it looks like
Thick
a lot, but it's not.
Pages and
That's
yes,
nice.
lots
Yeah.
of
Having nice thick pages
scenarios.
is-
And
The
I mean,
gameplay is only like maybe 10 pages.
the
if
last
that.
third of the book is actually like moments, which
Yeah,
are
which
different.
are like
Just
special
get
things that
scenario
happen
driven,
during
yeah.
scenarios.
Correct.
Yeah.
But yes, tons of examples and things broken down. I do think that I would like it if there was a
A more concise turn summary.
yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I was looking for one and couldn't find
Yeah.
one.
just
Yeah.
just something that would fit on this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is all I need. But it's fine.
It's not bad.
not bad.
I also liked how during the game, not only do the Haints get breaks and their health resets during each,
Mm-hmm.
the Vagrants kind of get breaks every time they go down to 0 health. You flip one of their skills over to the wounded side, and then you start back up at 10, and then you go back down. And if both of your or all of your skills are wounded, and your
Junk
is broken, you flip
to the westbound.
the westbound side.
Dun dun dun.
And it has different powers, different stats. Sometimes the powers are more powerful, sometimes they're less powerful.
And if you can get your humanity all the way back up to 10, so now your humanity works in opposite.
Yeah.
And so if you get your humanity back to 10, you come back.
Yeah, and also you cannot lose all your humanity when you're on the westbound side.
You're always
you
at
end
one.
at 1, so it gets rid of player elimination. Now, if everyone goes to the westbound side, we think that means you lose, but that's game elimination. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just losing.
Yeah,
That's
just
actually
losing.
just
Yeah.
losing the game.
Yeah. We're all eliminated.
Yeah.
Oh, dang this player elimination.
But components wise, this is really solid.
Yep. The cards are nice and thick, and
the
they're kind of glossy.
Yeah, actually, components wise, like if you were just
Oh,
gonna
no,
rate this on components, this is like a 10 out of 10,
gosh,
like
it's great.
hands down.
I just love these things.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
awesome. They are awesome. I love the art.
Mhm.
It's all on theme. The train theme, you know what I mean? Like it's all really good. This is a train game I really like.
Well,
It
it's
counts,
also
right?
Yeah.
Take that ticket
Absolutely.
to ride.
Hey, wait a
Absolutely
minute.
counts.
It's
I
like
like-
all those
oh,
adventure games where you have the big book like Gloomhaven and Seventh Continent and things like that. But it's not going around fighting things. It's your vagrants on a
You're these happy little
train
hobos
helping ghosts.
looking for
Yeah.
Big Rock Candy Mountain.
It's totally unique
Wow.
idea. Oh, Candy Mountain.
Well, that-
great.
Not Candy Mountain.
That's one
Big Rock
thing
Candy
I
Mountain.
really like
Different
about
thing.
this game versus something like Gloomhaven or even Planet Apocalypse, which is kind of I feel a little bit similar to this in like the boss rush
cooperative.
style.
Yeah.
Cooperative boss rush. Is that you're giving it humanity. You're not killing it.
Yeah, it's a very different take
Yeah,
on
it's-
that genre.
Yep. But so, anyways, yeah, there's just lots of really good things about this game. So I guess we should rate this
Yeah.
game.
So how do we do our rates, Tim?
I guess since Dan's
Dan's
not
not
here,
here.
right? We are each going to give it an individual rating from 1 to 10, and then we will average them all together, and then that will be our rating on BGG.
Board
because
game rundown rating.
Correct.
our board game rundown rating on the Board Game Geek website. And that way, there's not 4 different ratings you're trying to keep track of, right?
Correct.
So
Yep.
we're going to have one big average for everybody. Jeff, you are the one who first told me about this game and put it on the radar. So why don't you
Yep.
go first? Because you
Yeah,
probably had the
yeah.
highest expectations going in.
Mhm.
I mean, I think for me it lived up to my expectations.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
The design and the theme freaking kill it.
Yeah.
Like in every aspect. It just bleeds that kind of 1920s cartoon, like old style cartoon style with the bright eyes, and it gives it a haunted feel because all the colors are like
Like the muted, the
muted
browns.
gray,
yeah.
kind of blue. I really like how the play goes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the individual turns, but it's like you do a turn, but then you also are kind of responsible for how the ghost is going to act, the haint. And then it goes to the next person. They're responsible for the haint's next turn, and it goes through that as well. And I think that's really clever. It's all the iconography, I think, is like super on point.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I do want to mention too, because I don't think anyone's noticed this so far.
The other side of the terrain tokens? Oh, what?
Well,
What were
sure,
you
the
gonna
other
say?
side of the train tokens, but even like the train tokens, they could have just had like boxes. I know
yeah.
some of them just say fragile, but some of them like this say silver ferryman's jumping beans.
Bun sweets, pan and muertos.
Yeah, like they didn't need to go that extra length, but they did. So
Yeah.
that's really awesome. Everything's on point. I'd say this is maybe 8.5 and 9.
Ooh, well, which one?
Which one?
Let's make it easy and go with the 9.
The 9. All right, a
Wow.
9 for Jeff.
Yeah.
Right.
Spencer.
Okay. Yeah, I loved the theme. I loved the components. It didn't take that long. The gameplay is nice. I'm very curious about the other scenarios. It's a unique take on this genre. And I actually think that my kids, or at least my elder kid, could play this.
Mhm.
She's 10. I think she'd have a fun time. So I'm actually going to give this one a 9 as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's good. I would recommend it.
All right, Bobby.
Nice.
I liked it. I liked that there was no color blind issues.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I
There's
didn't
nothing-
even
Yes.
ask you
it's
about
all iconography.
Fantastic.
Like, the
Nice.
players are easy to distinguish. Everybody, like, each player has their own like individual.
that. Yeah, our individual coins
icon.
have their own icons.
Yep,
right?
that's super nice. Like, who doesn't love a runaway with a pup, right?
Yeah. I
know.
The characters are super cute. The artwork is super cute. I really enjoy it. I'm only going to give it an 8 to start with. If we played it more, and I want to see how like the camp site, works,
Yeah,
and how like
campsite.
leveling up and
Yeah.
how long it takes. It could definitely move up, I think.
Because when you do the camp phase, you
Mhm.
can also change characters. And
yeah,
things
yeah,
like that.
swap out
So
who you're
that,
playing
I
and
think
whatnot.
that the skills that are unlocked are then maybe assigned
Oh, okay.
then.
Yeah, so I mean, like depending on how
I'll have to
all
read
that
into it.
shakes out, it could definitely like move up or down a little bit. Maybe not down so much because like I said, I do enjoy the art. I think it is very on point. So yeah, an 8 for me.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with everything you guys have said. This is a beautiful game, for its style, right? It
Mhm.
just captures that style. Even the way all of the text is written and the flavor text
Mm-hmm.
is all there, right? I mean, they were thorough. This is not just like slapdash, right? This game doesn't work without its theme, and the theme. There's no other theme I know like this.
Nope.
So that goes a long way. I think this is an 8.5 for me, and could go up because of just how neat the experience is and the discovering of things and the way that one of the things that I just really liked is the way the events unfolded, right? Because we know when we break them one more time, we're going to trigger an event, and it's, because other games have to come up with unique ways for that, right? Like, Descent, right? Like Legends of the Dark. You might go and investigate like a certain bookshelf, and maybe that'll trigger an event. Maybe you'll
Right.
just get something for it, but maybe it'll trigger an event. But here, like knowing, and then also having the
randomness. You have kind of like
The-
both
Yeah, yeah,
options.
the
of event
events
triggering.
in the bindle, right? And the
Mhm.
events in the bindle were really neat because it was like things you would find, like, oh, what's this?
Mhm.
And it was like finding an item,
I also like that we have this cycle track.
Oh, we
didn't
didn't
really
even-
talk about the cycle
Oh,
track.
right. Yeah.
As items are used, they go on the cycle track, and however many you use up to this number, then they will trigger an event on themselves
yeah,
and
trigger additional
reset.
things. Yeah.
I really like that. You can look at this and see, well, we're close to triggering that, and we know what's going to happen when we trigger it, so I can act accordingly.
yeah, it gives you a little
Or-
bit of
This ghost damages everyone in this area, so I'm going to move out of this area before the end of my turn.
right. Yeah, I feel like the first scenario was probably easy, even though we did get banged up. But I feel like in future scenarios, we would get
it
really
could get-
punished.
Oh, yeah.
We'd get really punished for some of the sloppy play we had, and we were just
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
we were just
learning,
we were
playing
playing to learn. Like we weren't trying to like optimize every single move.
Right.
It's kind of like let's just try this out.
But
Like,
it
it's-
never really felt like we were in any danger of losing the scenario.
Yeah, well, towards the end, it was getting a
little bit
little.
close.
We were
Yeah.
getting
A little hairy. We were just like, oh, I'll take a wound. Hey, I'll take a wound too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And that's like, wait a minute.
Right.
That's kinda rough. But yeah, so what did that average out to? I didn't see.
So
average
altogether,
8.6.
8.6.
Okay,
Yeah.
right on, right on. So 8.6 for
Pretty
Vagrant
good.
Song.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
As far as I know, this is the only Wyrd
Copy? Oh.
Games. This is not out yet, but
Yeah.
it will be soon.
Soon.
So keep your eyes open.
Fall 2020.
Talk to your FLGS and see if they can get it on order for you.
That's what you
That's
need
the
to do.
easiest way to get it, and the best way to make sure you're not like overpaying for it. Somewhere.
Yeah, do not overpay on the secondary. This game is beautiful, but you will be able to get it at retail in like a month.
Yep.
So don't.
Yep.
Don't
to your,
go nuts.
Yep. Talk to your FLGS and pre-order it with them, and you'll have it like the day it's released, more than likely.
Yeah.
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 And this might actually make a good Christmas present or something. 'Cause it's about
Yeah.
starting to-
Are your family
Yeah.
members watching this, Jeff?
Maybe.
Right on.
I'm just saying too because
Wink,
it
wink,
is
nudge,
very. It's not overly scary, so it's like
Right.
could be played
And super
family.
complex.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. It's very like.
This could be played
10
with
and up.
families. It's a little more dense than entry level, but not
Right. Yeah.
Not overly
It's-
so.
Yeah.
It's also thematic for right now. We're a week away from Halloween, and it's a ghost-themed game.
That's
I mean,
perfect.
Yeah.
It's great. So, all right. Well, for the board game rundown, I've been Tim.
I've been Bob.
I've been Spencer.
I'm Jeff.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for checking out the Board Game Rundown. If you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share our videos on social media and spread the word. We publish new content weekly, including reviews, unboxing, and Let's Plays. And as always, thanks for watching.